Essifa, this is GF LaserBolt from GamerFusion.com, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that I get asked a lot. Laser, why do you still play Destiny, or why do you continue playing Destiny? And I know a lot of people are wondering, what do you do after your 335 character? Now, of course, I play Destiny not only on the Xbox and the PlayStation 4, but there's going to be a general topic of what you should be doing and what you need to do once you hit max level 335. A lot of people believe that the end goal with Destiny is just hitting the max light level and that's it, boom, you're done. But there's a lot of things you guys could be doing to better not only your character, but to also prepare yourself for next DLCs. And also, if you guys are in PvP and do a lot of stuff, there's a lot of things to be done when it comes to Destiny. So let's go ahead, dive that in. First and foremost, let's talk about the easy stuff. The easy stuff is going to be anything that has to do with cosmetics, right? So let's say you don't like a certain piece on your character. You don't like the helmet, you don't like his boots, maybe you don't like his his cloak, maybe you don't like his chest piece. That is one of the most important things. Of course, cosmetics are kind of come secondary, but you always want to look good while you're sporting stuff. Definitely shaders would be another good thing to pick. Like if you want, if you don't have the ones from a specific faction. For example, this one's from the Dead Orbit. This is from New Monarchy. So this is the easy stuff. You're able to just pretty much grind this out and get the shaders from each individual faction. That's going to be your number one, not your number one, but the most easy stuff to do. So first and foremost is that, right? So you're going to want to go ahead and look good while you're playing. So of course, cosmetics always comes in hand, and one thing that you're going to want to keep. So you can see we're here at 335, 335, 335, 335, 335. So cosmetically, I'm already 335. This is just because I was messing around with different weapons. So, but if I hit this one, where's my 335 goes? Right here. Yeah, I'm already 335, and that's okay. I'm happy with the way I look. Okay, we got that. I'm happy with the way I look. Next up, you're gonna want to do is you're gonna definitely want to have one thing you're gonna want to have is definitely have a bond that is an exotic bond, right? I mean, seriously, why wouldn't you want to have an exotic bond? Now, the way you're able to get these exotic bonds is if you go ahead and have these leveled up by factions. For example, I have the one from New Monarchy, I also have the one from Dead Orbit, and I also have the one from Future World Cult. So I have all the bonds for my Warlock. But if you have multiple characters, you're probably going to want a cloak and and you're also going to want a bond for your Titan, and of course that leveling up. But that, like I said, that is all cosmetics and all fine and dandy. Now, if you're in the PlayStation 4, you seem to have a little bit more of an advantage and more stuff to do because you got the Sublime items that give you special gear for your character, and of course, having Sublime gear is always going to be good. So we covered the looks. Now let's talk about getting a little bit more in depth on stuff that it's a little bit harder. So we're going to be talking about weapons. Now, I'm pretty sure the majority of you already know this, but of course, getting the weapons is half of the battle, because you could be like, oh, I have all the weapons ready in Destiny, right? I could say, I have all the weapons, I don't need them. But do you have the weapons with the right rolls? And that is when it becomes quite tricky, because having the weapon is one thing, but having the weapons with the right rolls is another, because you're going to want to go ahead and definitely have a weapon that has the best rolls possible. The reason is, not only is it going to make your life easier, like when you play PvE, but it's also going to make you, pretty much complete objects or obstacles or raids or strikes a lot quicker because you have the right weapons. So collecting all the weapons, that would be number 2. But collecting the weapons with the right rolls, that would be number 3. And that's when things get dicey, because you could pretty much grind out, for example, this one you picked it up from COE, so the Challenge of the Elders. But if you want to have the right rolls for this weapon, you're going to have to keep leveling up your House of Judgment until you actually get this one to drop with the right rolls. So that is where the grinding becomes in place. The raid doesn't provide you with that many different options where you're trying to get a right roll, because there's not like a gun specifically to the raid that actually makes it, oh my goodness, I really have to grind it out, you know, to get that weapon. A good example for this is pretty much the Doctrine of Passing. A lot of people have the Doctrine of Passing. For example, some people have it with Hidden Hand, like I do, and some people have the God Roll, which is a counterbalance. I have one already with a counterbalance. I just prefer to go with the Hidden Hand one. But in order for me to find that out, I actually had to get the counterbalance one, test it out, see if I liked it or not, and if it made that much of a difference. So that is the number 4 thing that I want to point out to you. Make sure you guys not only get the weapons, but get the weapons with the right rolls. To make life easier for you guys, I'm going to be doing a quick mini series on each weapon archetype. For example, hand cannon, auto rifle, sniper rifle, pulse rifle, fusion rifle, LMG, rocket launcher, on what are the best rolls for each individual weapon archetype. And that should probably make your life a lot easier. That way when you get a weapon, you know, okay, hey, that's a good roll. And then if you get another weapon, you can be like, oh, that's a bad roll. So you definitely go ahead and get that in place and in context. Next thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is the following. So let's say you already have all the weapons, you have all the perks and everything. What is next, Laser? What is next? After I have everything done, what is next? What else do I need to do to get that? You're going to want to work on your tier 12 character. Now, I will make a separate video explaining what tier 12 is, how it works, and why it's important. So definitely do expect that video to come out a little bit later today. But you're going to want to work on your tier 12 character and get that tier 12 character not only for each individual subclass, for your Voidwalker and for your Stormtrance, but also for that. Now, topic number 5, which would be, it's actually topic number 6, which will be, if you guys are into sweats and like doing 3v3s and doing all that stuff, you're going to want to get old weapons. So what particularly are old weapons? How can I get old weapons and how do they come about? So if you guys know, if you guys go to the Vestige Outpost and you level up your what's it called? Your queen. If you level up the queen, you will go ahead and get weapons that are still the old weapons, but they're really good weapons. For example, Her Benevolence is one of the best snipers you could possibly get in the game. And you know, the cool thing about these weapons is you're able to reforge them because they're still old weapons. So definitely getting old weapons are really important, especially if you guys are into doing 3v3 sweats or doing any sort of that type of activity. And that would be the best thing I would talk to you about. Another thing I do want to point out is, as far as gear is concerned, if you guys are running Stormtrance, if you guys are running Sunslinger, if you guys are running Voidwalker, it's going to be very crucial for you to find the right set of gear for that specific subclass. What I mean right set of gear is, for example, you're going to want to look for gauntlets to have, increased grenade throw distance. For example, these ones right here, you're able to notice that these have increased the grenade throw distance. This is actually very helpful for any subclass. Not all gauntlets drop with that. Some do, some don't. So you're definitely going to want to keep that in mind. If you run a class that, you know, allows you to melee faster, these are another good example, you know, to find that right set of gear. Also, you're going to want to find not only chest pieces, but boots that provide you, for example, this one gives you agility, right, when you have arc. But you're going to want to find the ones that give you a shield or give you more, pretty much you're able to take more damage if you're running that subclass. So I'm trying to find a pair of boots. Let's see, this is agility as well. I know I have one that increases my, hold on, give me a second. This is agility and agility. Okay, I believe it's going to be the chest piece here. Okay, so for example, this one. You see this one says, this one reduces the incoming solar burn damage. For example, if you get hit by a firebolt or you get hit by anything like that, or incendiary, this is going to reduce the damage you get from that solar burn. Now, some of these actually come with a perk, like for example this one. Let me go ahead back in this one. They also come with a perk that gives you increased armor when using the solar-based subclass. So, for example, if you're a Sunslinger, you're going to want to equip this. So if you use a golden gun, for example, the hammer and a titan, you're going to want to have a armor piece that gives you that extra ability for that for that specific subclass. Plus, it makes it good for trials, and also makes it pretty good for Iron Banner when it comes out. And that pretty much wraps up the whole video. If I missed something, let me know in the comment section down below that you guys are doing extra. And if you guys have any questions, also let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget, I'll be uploading the tier 12 video explaining what it is and how do you obtain it in just a few minutes. And I will also let me know what type of weapon archetype do you guys want me to do the first video on for the right roles. Don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, head over to GamerFusion.com, where we empower your gaming.